Good morning. A very warm welcome to those of us who are joining on live stream and to those who are visiting or new among us. So glad to have you. So today is a very informal service for us, and everyone is contributing in their own way. We, before the service for about a half hour, we had sign-up sheets, and people were invited to sign up if they brought a reading or a poem or a story that they were going to tell. If you do have something and you didn't sign up, I'll be calling out for other editions later, so no worries. Whatever you brought, it'll be valued today. And we also have song suggestions. So you will need this sheet that was on the back table when you came in, and also a Voices United songbook. That's the red songbook. You'll need both of those things. In the Voices United, the Christmas songs are from about number 35 to number 78. And so if you are scrolling through those during the service and you find one you want to sing, there'll be time to shout out your suggestion later. This is a service where we get to sing some of the songs we don't get to on Christmas Eve. We have such a short Christmas season, so. And we didn't assign anyone to light the candle during the prelude, so if you feel inclined, please come and light the candle during the prelude. And then we'll need someone to come and light the Advent candles as well. So as you are moved by the Spirit. Let's settle in and listen to the prelude. From the Celtic Wheel of the Year, Celtic and Christian Seasonal Prayers. Blessed be you, deep home inside myself, in whom all my wanderings return. Be the hearth of my heart burning within as we step out on this icy day. Be the hearth of my heart burning within as we lie down to sleep this night. Praise to you, dweller among us, as your family extends beyond your kin and knows no boundary of blood or race. You made and shelter all under the wondrous same sky, roof of stars and angels declaring your presence and whispering, peace, peace, peace to you. We'll sing "'Twas in the Moon of Wintertide," number 71, and then "Dream a Dream." First, "'Twas in the Moon." Ring a bell for peace, and then we'll have a reading by Margaret, and then a reading by Arlene. First, number 65, please remain seated. Ring a bell for peace.
This is one of my favorite readings. I don't know who wrote it, but it comes from everybody. And it just makes me think every time I read it. If, as Herod, we fill our lives with things, and again with things, if we consider ourselves so unimportant that we must fill every moment of our lives with action, when will we have the time to make the long, slow journey across the desert as did the Magi? Or sit and watch the stars as did the shepherds? Or brood over the coming of the child as did Mary? For each of us, there is a desert to travel, a star to discover, and a being within ourselves to bring to life.
This is a poem written by Richard, and it was inspired by an event in Dauphin, the tragic death of a homeless person who actually lived. She spent most of her nights under this huge roof of the United Church, and she found a little spot there, and that's where she mostly was. And I have to just go back to these words that we just sang. Dream a time, this Christmas time, when no one's hungry or afraid. So this poem he calls The Longest Night. Out in the cold, shadows stretch, quiet yet bold. Keep moving on, beneath the sky where the stars are drawn. No place to go, yet something stirs beneath the snow. A faint, warm glow, a flicker of life from long ago. Covered in frost, a light appears where all feels lost. hands cracked, but this spark holds what the night lacked. Loneliness felt, yet here an unseen presence dwelt. Feet are so wet, yet whispers remind me not to forget. The air stands still. The night hums softly, deep and chill. Shunned by most folks, yet silence speaks, its meaning cloaked. What can I eat? A question swallowed in this retreat. A flame appears, guiding the dark, calming fears. The night is long, but this quiet fire keeps me strong, a spark of light, a mystery burning throughout the night.
We remain seated for number 74, What Child Is This? And then we'll sing the Angel Gabriel on your song sheet. In a few seconds, I'll have John come up to read one of his readings, then Janet for beaches, and then number 70, There's a Star in the East.
This is a poem called The Maidservant at the Inn by Dorothy Parker. It's queer, she said. I see the light as plain as I beheld it then, all silver-like and calm and bright. We've not had stars like that again. And she was such a gentle thing, to birth a child in the cold. The barn was dark and frightening. This new one's better than the old. I mind my eyes were full of tears, for I was young and quick distressed, but she was less than me in years that held a son against her breast. I never saw a sweeter child, the little one, the darling one. I mind I told her, when he smiled, you'd know he was his mother's son. It's queer that I should see them so the night they came to Bethlehem was more than 30 years ago. I've prayed that all is well with them.
This is a book of mine that I've heard about on CBC. It's called The Lost Spells. It's about things in the natural world that are disappearing from our sight because we're so urban. Silver birch, a lullaby. Snow is falling, my silver seeker. Soon the path will be lost to sight. Soon the day will give way to night. Ice is forming, my silver seeker. Soon the streams will be fastened tight. Soon the shadows will calm the light. Look over your shoulder at where you've been. The edge of the wood can no longer be seen. Fast is the forest and slender your track. Harder it grows to find your way back. Okay. Even as the dusk gets dimmer, still the birch trunks glow like torches. Still the birch bark holds its glimmer. Rest your head now, silver seeker. Close your eyes and cease your searches where the blackbird brightly perches, where the catkin softly brushes, here among the gleaming birches. Break of dawn is far away, but you are safe, my silver seeker, safe to sink deep and deeper. In the night, the birches watch you with their black, unblinking eyes, standing guard and keeping vigil while you make your dreaming journeys. Round and round the dangers prowl, wolves and monsters, worries, witches, but the birches stand like churches as the dark around them surges. Circles, crouches, clutches, lunges, but breaks its power on the birch's branches. Hold at bay until the last of the sun emerges. Warm the pines and the larches. Light your yawns, your stretches, there among the silver birches. Has anybody figured out who's hiding? A red fox.
For this song, Mike will do the lead line, and we'll come in with the refrains, and we'll do verses 1, 2, and 1 again.
This is number 70. Did you say that? Yeah. We were chatting. So please, let's stand and do this one together. This is
Marianne and Fred, you have two things for us. I'll invite you forward.
I'm gonna add with you.
Yeah. First, I wanted to share with you something that has sort of been with me for a while. When I was a child, I read a Christmas story about a couple who were very much in love. And this,
She looks at me.
and
I look away.
anyway, the story was written by O. Henry, and it was called The Gift of the Magi, correct? Thank you, Fred. All right. So anyway, when Christmas came, they wanted, okay, I told you it was about a couple in love. You'll recognize this. When Christmas came, they wanted to give each other's very special presents, but they were very poor. And in secret, the woman sold her beautiful long hair. The man made a similar sacrifice by selling his guitar. When Christmas came, he gave her a beautiful barrette, and she gave him a guitar case. So I've always wondered, what is the point of this story? Like, what is he trying to say? It's a little confusing, and what I'm going to do is invite you to talk about it during coffee time, because I'd really like to hear what you think is going on. Yes? And now, now we're going to, I wrote a prayer for our spiritual women Christmas gathering, and I've edited a bit, and I thought we'd share that.
Can I start now?
Yes, my dear.
The beginning of the prayer. O God, we bow our heads to you, O Lord, our infinite mystery. We thank you for the privilege of worshiping without ridicule or threat.
Oh God, guide us, inspire us into gestures of love and contributions for the benefit of those who are poor, who are afraid, who are hopeless, who are lonely, who feel forgotten.
Louder.
Give us faith that your miracles will reach them so that they may receive happiness and hope for their tomorrows.
O God, we remember and fervently pray for those who live in the angry world of war and hatred. Guide us as we look for ways to help our brothers and sisters who live far away. Here in our little world in Winnipeg, we're so very grateful for our lives of abundance and peace.
Oh God, we humbly thank you for our home, this planet, this wondrous earth that has brought us to our knees as we witness its awesome magnificence. Forgive us for its destruction. Lead us into actions that will contribute to its healing.
O God of heaven, earth, and Christmas, bless us, forgive us, be with us as we endeavor to live in love.
In love. Amen.
We'll do two songs, Oh How Joyfully, number 57, and then we'll have the ukuleles up for A Candle is Burning, number 6. We begin with 57, Oh How Joyfully. Stand or sit? Stand. And please be seated as the ukuleles get ready. I wonder, Scott, if there's any messages from our online community? No? Okay. Online community, if you have a message, we will be glad to hear from you in a few moments. We have number 6, In Voices United, A Candle is Burning. We'll remain seated. We had a request for O Holy Night. We don't have the words handy, but most of us know the first verse. So let's remain seated and do our best with O Holy Night. John has a second reading for us, and then we'll do number 73, the Virgin Mary had a baby boy. John.
This is called What Now by Thomas Schumann, and I might have read this at this service last year. Now what will you do with those gifts? Now what will you do with that love God has given you to share with those you don't like? Now what will you do with that hope God put under the tree? Can you pass it on to a despairing neighbor? Now what will you do with that joy you didn't expect? Hoard it all for yourself or hand it to a grieving widow? Now what will you do with that grace God stuck in your stocking? Leave it there or find the stranger who needs it? Now what will you do with all that forgiveness God has given you in the babe? Throw it out with the wrapping paper or offer it to the one who has hurt you so much? Now that Christmas is over, what will you do?
Number 73, let's stand. Please be seated. Scott, is there any messages from our online congregation? No? And is there anyone who wants to say a word or bring a reading and you didn't sign up? Hal? Oh, Mike? Yeah, great.
So it was the longest day about a week ago, I guess, a little bit longer than that. And I just think about that, and the days are getting longer now. But sometimes this is the longest day is a hard time for people. We think about people we lost, or just being gray and not always being happy. And so I saw this the other day, and I can't find the credit for it, so I don't know who wrote this. But the poem is called Not Okay. I am not okay today. So, in the absence of okay, what else can I be? I can be gentle. I can be unashamed. I can turn my pain into connection. I can be a student of stillness. I can be awake to nature. I can sharpen my empathy against the stone of my discomfort. I am not okay, but I am many worthy things. And I'll just end this by saying that I am okay today. I'm okay lots of days, but I'm not always okay. So I leave thee with that.
Anybody else have a reading or a story or just a word for us as we near the end of the year? And what about another Christmas favorite? Christmas carol favorite? Oh, Marianne. Okay, do you know the number? 69, and then we'll do 43, Go Tell It on the Mountain. 69 to begin. After Go Tell It on the Mountain, I'll have Janet come up and lead us in a closing prayer and the benediction. Let's stand for number 43.
This one is from Janet. She read, I don't know when. Prayers of the people. O God, hear our prayer. Breathe kites high in blue skies. Sow bright mirth in circles of friends. Embroider brilliance into the stars of night. And teach us how to joy. Paint the air with lilac's fragrance. Feast the earth with gentle rain. Clothe each creature with whimsy. And teach us how to joy. Dance the season with new color. Caress each face into a smile. Splash creation with your laughter. And teach us how to joy. And the blessing is by Jan Richardson. Something is rising, and something will try to drown it out. But the blessing cannot be turned back, cannot be made to still its voice, cannot cease to sing its thrill and hope, the message of the one who comes along a way is true.
After the postlude, you are invited to gather in the lounge for some Christmas baking that you brought from your leftovers and for conversation, and to maybe help Marianne understand the ending of that story.
Volunteers for the music, the ukuleles, the flute,